Hello and welcome to another update video about Litecoin. The latest dip isn't great for Litecoin, but it has a lot of support on the way down. Nevertheless, it finally needs to rally. I mean, if this is supposed to become something, it is really in need of delivering, because yes, it's making higher highs, it's making higher lows, but there's a lot of selling that still goes into these rallies, and you can see it actually on the higher time frames. If we let me take the volume out, but if you go to the higher time frames and, for example, look at the relative strength index, for example, one of the indicators I use together with Elliott Wave, and the MACD, you can see it's now flipped bearish. That could indicate, well, certainly a deeper pullback. That's obviously happening right now. Happened just suddenly, as you can see here. Yeah, the bullish momentum on the MACD received a strong setback, still growing in negative momentum, and also the RSI still growing in negative momentum and below 50, which means basically downtrend. And there's certainly no sign of recovering, so it's a strong move down, looks very impulsive. We talk about what that could mean. So from an overall bullish perspective, and I still see this at the moment as potentially bullish, even though, again, let's put that on the relative strength index. Yeah, you can see that while it made a higher high, it didn't really, well, let me just actually see that. So let's make it a bit larger. So we want to see from that high, okay, it did reset the RSI then, so you can't really look at that in terms of divergences. No, it did reset it, so don't really see that divergence here. Okay, so don't worry about that. But from a wave point of view, what does it mean from an Elliott Wave count? So few warning signs opening here. The problem is just that you just have too many 1-2 setups on here now. Yeah, it's at least a warning. It's a very choppy price move here. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, 2, 1, 2, another 1, 2. Would have been great to finally start to rally in a third wave, which just doesn't do it. Eventually, that always increases the risk of breaking down. Either way, as long as we're holding above the wave 2 low here at $66, the focus can still be on higher, because until then, this 1-2 setup is still valid. Okay, how do we count it? Because obviously this doesn't really look like an impulse, and it's not. It's not. So that, again, that already reduces the reliability of this wave count. However, I mean, what's the alternative, right? Of course, there is a bearish count. Of course, there is a bearish possibility, but price would need to confirm that by breaking below the wave 2 low. If we do that, if we break below that wave 2 low, which is here at $66, I think we have to expect new bear market lows, okay? Until then, I think we can be bullish, carefully bullish at least, because the latest drop here isn't really good. How would that play out, you know, or how can we actually count this move up? Well, I would count it as a leading diagonal. I never trust diagonals, so take it with a pinch of salt, yeah. But I would count this here as a wave 1, as an A, B, C structure in wave 1. Then we had a wave 2. I think this here was probably the 3, 4, 5. But let me just change the wave degree and we can just look at the subwave structures. But it certainly is a valid count for a diagonal pattern. Diagonals allow for an overlap between waves 1 and 4. There are certain rules to adhere to, but this was probably an A, B, C. Works. B wave triangle, yeah, and then here A, B, no, it would be W, X, Y in 3, that's fine. Wave 4 down, and then A, B, no, W, X, Y in 5. So possible wave 1 complete here again, and we could now come down in wave 2. Again, the wave down could be an ABC structure. Similar to Bitcoin, we could say that possibly we're just about to complete wave A. What's the support range? Ideally, we would want this wave 2 to get into the area between 73.87 and 84.60. And how would that work out? So sideways consolidation is typically indicative of a wave 4. So what could be the case, just an idea that this is an A wave because it comes down quite impulsively, should get a B wave bounce fairly soon, and then one more low in a C wave. Maybe that will unfold over the next few weeks. And if we now look at the 1 hour chart, really here looking at these subwave structures, we could say that the wave A consists of 1, 2, yeah, 3, A, B, C, D, E. Maybe the wave 4 is now in, and then one more low. Yeah. If it gets the bounce from here, then it's not an ABC, it's a WXY in that case. Also note that an A wave can just be a 3-wave move. So after 3 waves, we always need to be ready for a bounce. But so far it's not showing the potential for a bounce yet. So this is sort of the idea that I have now about this chart. It's sort of one more bullish scenario here that we could try and apply. I mean, we had a lot of trend reversal areas that held for Litecoin, but it seems to be getting increasingly difficult while we're approaching the $100 range. Yeah, got rejected basically at $100 here before. I mean, it broke briefly above it, but didn't hold. Here now again. So yeah, it's getting more and more difficult. Okay, there's my update about Litecoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.